March 1, 2026 Midday News Summary, New York Time, covering 6 morning to 12 noon. Don't forget to subscribe before we start, so you don't miss out on the latest international news. News 1, Fed Chair affirms data-dependent stance. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, in midday remarks, emphasized the central bank remains data-dependent and is not yet confident inflation is sustainably moving toward 2%. He acknowledged strong labor market conditions but stated it is too early to predict the timing of policy easing, causing U.S. Treasury yields to rise. News 2, Eurozone inflation holds steady at 2.1%. Preliminary data shows Eurozone Harmonized Index of Consumer Prices, HICP, remained at 2.1% year-on-year in February, matching forecasts. Core inflation dipped slightly to 2.5%. The figures reinforce expectations for a European Central Bank rate cut in June, with the euro trading flat against the dollar. News 3, OPEC Plus agrees to extend production cuts. OPEC and its allies, led by Saudi Arabia and Russia, agreed to extend their voluntary oil output cuts of 2.2 million barrels per day through the second quarter of 2026. Brent crude futures rose 2.1% to $84.50 per barrel following the announcement. News 4, Japan's industrial output falls sharply. Japan's industrial production unexpectedly plunged 6.5% month-on-month in January, the steepest drop since May 2020, raising concerns about economic momentum. The yen weakened past 152 per dollar as the data increased pressure on the Bank of Japan to maintain accommodative policy. News 5, U.S. and China hold high-level trade talks. U.S. Trade Representative Catherine Tai and Chinese Vice Premier He Lifeng held a virtual meeting, agreeing to continue discussions on bilateral trade issues and implementation of the Phase 1 deal. Markets showed little immediate reaction, viewing the talks as a stabilizing gesture. News 6, major tech firms announce AI chip alliance. Leading technology companies, including Meta and OpenAI, announced a new consortium to develop open standards for next-generation AI chips, aiming to reduce reliance on a single supplier. Shares of incumbent chipmakers dipped slightly on the news. News 7, UK PMI shows services sector contraction. The UK S&P Global/CIPS Services PMI fell to 48.7 in February, indicating a contraction in the dominant services sector and heightening recession risks. Sterling softened by 0.3% against the dollar following the weaker-than-expected data release. That's all for today's news. See you next time.